A legitimate opponent. I think that they're gonna have a pretty good season this year in their conference, and so it was good, and especially since I still haven't felt like we're in a flow or in a really good place offensively yet. But our defense has been outstanding. Our pressure and what we've been able to do at that end of the floor.
How much can the defense feed into the offense, especially with the turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, it just enables you the ability to really, rattle your opponent, make it difficult for them to run offense, even when they don't turn it over or have a live ball turnover. It's you take away 8 to 10 seconds off the shot clock, which forces them to get in offense on a shorter clock, and then I think it energized us. We were able to score in bunches when we got those live ball turnovers.
Seems like Jalen House is able to almost frustrate opponents very quickly with his on-ball defense. Now he picks up, what does he bring to the fold in that respect?
Yeah, I mean, his plus. I mean, I don't get into this plus minus thing, but it's on our stat sheet. But his it's out of control. It was like 35 or something. So his impact, it was pretty clear. It's I know as not only a coach but as a former player and point guard that it's not fun when someone is that quick with their footwork that could turn you that frequently and make it very difficult to get the ball across half court. And as a guard, you would love for no one to make you feel uncomfortable and get your team into offense. So he's a problem.
When the big guy went out with a fourth foul at the 18:30 mark, how did that change your offensive strategy?
I just think they were still. It didn't change anything we were doing. I think we're just concentrating on getting better and trying to work on Arizona State. We still knew that they were going to want to throw the ball inside a lot, and we wanted. That was a part of our defensive mindset, is to take that away from them as much as possible, because they do have good size, and even their reserves were pretty big and could do some things. So I don't think it was that big of a deal. I think for them, not having Jordan for a stretch in that first half, he had shown on film that he could score it for those guys. I think they struggled to score when he wasn't on the floor in the first half.
Even if it is late game situations up 30, how valuable is it to just give some of the reserve players some minutes at the end there?
I mean, it's always, these guys work extremely hard, especially our walk-ons. At the end of the game, and don't have a scholarship, but they show up every day, great attitude, and do everything they can to help the program. So for those guys to get out on the floor, it's always good.
What is the defensive potential of this group?
I think because of our depth and at multiple positions that we can maintain that type of pressure, and coming up is going to be kind of a litmus test for us to see how it's going to translate. But we were already able to utilize it pretty well against Colorado, and so that's a good sign. And we got to continue to work on it and get better at it. But it was 29 turnovers is a lot to force, no matter who you're playing. I think the speed and how the guards especially cover the court is pretty good. And then Romello and Jalen are pretty good on that back line of the defense, just challenging shots late if we get beat.
Do you see Jalen House's? Do you see the sixth man as kind of his role?
I mean, it's early, and that's been a real plus. When he comes in, our team usually gets better, and that's you want to be able to do that through stretches of the game, and his minutes will be pretty good. He's earning, but he got a lot done in 20 minutes. I couldn't believe he only played 20, and all the just on both ends of the floor, the impact he had was pretty special for that time frame.
How has just what you've seen through 3 games compared to what you kind of expected this team to be like?
I thought we had enough veterans and older guys and younger guys that were pretty talented that we would maybe be a touch better on offense right now, and then that hasn't been exactly. I was hoping that we shot it better. We haven't come close yet, especially from 3, to really show, I think, what we can do as time will go on. And I think it could be also an adjustment just for how our style is. As you look at the numbers, they shot 3 for 21 from 3, and I just think all the pressure can get to you and get into your legs some, and then you're not making the shots as easily. And we're exerting a lot of energy on defense, so I think there'll be an adjustment for our guys to come around and make shots. But there are some players that I think will get it going as they get in a better rhythm.
With the new pieces like Alonzo and Jalen, do you think that you could maintain the pressure for longer than you could any other year?
Well, I think the depth again and the different interchangeable parts too. We could be small, we could trap, and then we could have different lineups that offer more size that still have good mobility. I think all our wings and our front court guys are not big burly type players. They're more mobile, so it suits our team at just about every position.
What's the most lineup versatility that you've had this year?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of, as much as I'm coaching the game and having to do play calls and getting a feel for the rhythm of the game, especially in the second half, I'm trying to make sure I don't forget about Rob Edwards over there. So he comes out, and then all of a sudden, like, because other guys are playing well and you have a lot of options, you got to really manage that well if you're playing that many guys. So that'll be on us to make sure that we're getting the right guys on the floor and getting everybody the minutes they need.
The combination of Remy and House, can you just talk a little bit about what you're seeing from that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, again, 2 years ago with the guards that we had, just how much of playmakers both those guys are. And Remy was super efficient tonight, and really just made plays and playing at a good speed, good tempo. And then Jalen is just electric, just everywhere. So those guys are a pretty strong combination.
Coach, last night you talked about you wanted to improve on offensive rebounds. I think you guys improved this game from last, but got out-rebounded as a whole. So how would you just evaluate that?
I think some of it is, they missed a lot of shots, and when they shoot those percentages, it's inevitable that you might be in an even battle on the backboard. So that probably had something to do with it. I thought overall we stood up pretty well, considering we were small at times again, and so I didn't have a huge issue with our rebounding. I did like our turnovers. That's been like something that I've been surprised that we've turned it over more than I think we should have the last 2 games. So to have it at 7 was right where I hope it would be, or close.
Guys, good?
Thank you.
Thank you.